Hey, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another episode here on Boss Your Brand Up. It is your girl Star Shima. What's up, Miss Judy? How you doing, girlfriend? How are you? I am just doing my tech checks here just to make sure I am good. Today we are launching the Boss Your Brand Up Sis, the series. This is a series that I've done in the past before, and I've decided to bring it back for a short time to help the women that's within my community to be able to boss their brands up. So, hey, girl, hey, welcome in. Go ahead and share this out. If you're on my platform, um, it is public. So go ahead and share it out. Invite one of your good girlfriends and let them know that we are live and we are going to be talking about how to boss our brands up. All right, let me just try to get my tech. Y'all just bear with me because y'all know a sister struggles with her tech things. I struggle with them. All right. So we're checking the connection over here on Instagram, just making sure we're live. We're letting the people know that we are here. Cool. And if y'all hear my children in the background, just go ahead and forgive me, y'all, because they are in the tub getting ready for the evening. But I wanted to make sure that I still showed up for you. Drop me some hearts, give me some love. Let me know that you are here with me. All right. And just as a disclaimer, if I miss any of your comments while I am live, I will go back and look at the comments once I am done to help to answer any questions or concerns that you may have around the content that we cover today. So I'm gonna let some of y'all come in, and some of y'all let's hang around to the end. Hang around. I just want to give you a brief introduction of what Boss Your Brand Up, making sure that you put this on your calendar for the weeks to come to make sure that you get a chance to enjoy this series here. All right, so I want you to type in the chat box yes or no if you have a personal brand. And when I talk about a personal brand, it is a brand that you stand for something, like you're out positioning yourself out in the market right now. And then I want you to type two in the chat box if you have a business brand. If you're running some business of some sort, type two in the chat box. Then right behind the number two, tell us what kind of business are you currently running at the moment. Let me know. Okay. So first thing is type a one in the chat box if you are leveraging your personal brand right now. Type two in the chat box if you're running a business brand, and tell me what type of business brand are you running. Okay. Type three. And then I'm going to ask you the third question here. Tell me if you are ready to scale and make more money in your business brand than what you have before. All right, number two says they're running doula services. Woo, look at you. Hey, doula. I was just getting ready to ask, can y'all hear me okay? But it sounds like y'all are with me. All right, awesome. And just be honest and type that. I don't know if it was three or four. I lost track of my numbers now. If you would just like to see yourself really scale within your business brand, like really ready to scale, really ready to earn more, and you want to do it without any incorporating any more services to your offer, but you're wondering like how can I really maximize on what I have today? Okay. And that's what the Boss Your Brand Up series is going to be all about. It's going to be an 8-week series. That's what I'm committing to, y'all. It's going to be an 8-week series, and I'm going to come and share with you different type of topics to help you really scale your business brands right now. Now, let me just share why I'm so passionate about building personal brands, right? Well, when I started off and on my entrepreneurial journey or call myself wanting to be a business owners, I didn't get this secret sauce and people didn't tell me this. So I want to help you collapse time. Who's want to collapse time? Say collapse time in the chat box. I want to help you collapse time and be able to earn more and to be able to earn more quicker. Because what I find is that it's much easier for us as women, it's easier for us as women to go and start businesses, right? So we look at women, like 2,000 women per day, and the stats may even be larger, are women who are starting businesses on a daily basis, right? This is what's happening. But when you look at the other numbers, women are not scaling past that six-figure mark in businesses. The average business owner, woman business owner, earns between 20, 30, $50,000, right, a year. So what do you think are the things that's keeping us stuck? I see and I hear women entertain the ideas of, I don't have access to funding. And that is a real true barrier, but it's really not the thing, right? Or I don't have enough support to be able to scale my business. Well, I just want to tell you, I know that those things sound great. They are legit concerns because we do need money and resources to be able to scale. But I can also share with you that you can find ways to make money with leveraging what you already know, positioning yourself in a market to be able to grow. That's the secret sauce. Like, we as women, we find it so comfortable to hide behind these things, right? That we say are barriers to keep us from growing. But this is what the average coaches are not telling you, right? People are quick to sell you a strategy, and I'm all about a strategy, my friend. Like, I am with the strategies. Strategies really do help you, right? But I understand also, after my years of being a business owner, that it was many times that I paid and I invested a lot of money in a strategy and I never ever implemented it. Type 4 in the chat box if you ever bought a strategy, you've invested in something, but you found yourself never ever ever implementing on the thing. And then you're like, well, what happened? Oh, this thing really doesn't work, right? Those are the things we begin to tell ourselves. But let me tell you what's the most challenging thing is that we haven't really begin to leverage ourselves and really get connected and understand us as women to be able to grow and reach our maximum capacity, right? Judy says exercise plans, right, Judy? So, Judy, like, thinking about that, like, why are the things do we not implement the exercise plan? The person who has this magic absolutely knows, right? And the true reality is that we know, right, what it is that we should be doing, but it's challenging every bit of the woman that we've already been to change. And it gets hella, hella uncomfortable. And then we don't do it. So, really, what I wanted to say is I know we entertain the idea that it's money, that it's time, that it's all these things, but it's really, really the thing that we haven't really, really, really got extra, extra clear about who we are and got clear about the brand of us to be able to execute the strategies and the things that we need to implement that's going to scale us to help our companies reach their full potential. Let me give you an example. So, I, Starshima, I am a recovering censored individual, right? Um, I went off into corporate America. I worked really, really hard to defy the normals of what life said I should be like based upon my situation and how I grew up, right? So when I went in and was defying norms and doing things that women like me didn't typically do or get into spaces, I wasn't really able to really fully be myself. Let me ask y'all, have y'all ever entertained or been at a place where you couldn't really be yourself in your employment? You couldn't really leverage who you are. You couldn't really leverage your voice, and you found yourself shrinking into the noise. Like, let's just be real. I'll be real. That was me. And in that, I was afraid. Sorry, my office chair keep dropping. I was afraid to even speak up, to use my voice, to speak about the things that was mattering, that mattered, right? I didn't even have the ability to be able to advocate for myself and what I needed and my earning potential. And in that, I stayed kind of in a level of mediocrity. Is that you? Have you ever done that? Hey, 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 Erlene, how are you? Have you ever done that before? Like, and what was the reason why? It's because I didn't really know who I was and what I brought to the game. And in that, it kept me stuck. It kept me settling. I wasn't reaching my earning capacity. I had people around me that was earning more money than me that had no extra skill than I have. They was no smarter than me. But because I didn't really know who I was and how to speak up for myself, it caused an impact. And then I found that this was starting to run over into the other endeavors that I was doing because I didn't have the courage to speak up, to ask, or felt courageous for the things that I need. But let me tell you when a game changed for me. Can I tell you? Type one in the chat box if you're gonna give me permission when the game changed for me. Type one in the chat box if I have the permission to tell you when the game changed for me. I'm about to give you some sauce right now that's gonna change the game for you right now. It's when I got really, really clear about who I was and what I brought to the table, what my magic was, got comfortable and start owning my voice and my story and what I stood for and positioned myself in the market as such is when the game changed for me. No longer was I drowning in the noise of other people. No longer was I censored. No longer did I hold back on the things that mattered to me. See, some of you all are running some amazing, amazing businesses right now. Y'all have things that y'all have the potential to crush it right now in your market. But we as women, we don't own our voice. We're concerned about whether or not somebody really gets what we have to bring to the table. Right. I'm about to tell you something that's about to boss your brand up right now. And when you look at this and you look at what's trending in the market, right? You look at why is it so important for you right now to make the choice, a conscious effort to build your personal brand and be iconic in your industry is because how buyers are buying are different. Okay. Some of y'all have may seen some of your sales drop, right? Your numbers are not the same and you're trying to figure out if it's a product issue, is a satisfaction issue, when really that's not what it is. It's time to really start positioning yourself in the market so you can build a deeper level of community with your audience and build loyal ambassadors by leveraging the things that matter to you, that's uncensoring your voice to drive a new level of impact for yourself. Now, I want to be clear about something. You all jot this down. When you think about a personal brand and you think about a business brand, they're different. Okay. But you need a great, strong, solid personal brand that people want to know who you are. They want to know the things that matter to you. They want to hear your position, your perception on certain issues. They want to see themselves through you. When you have a good, strong personal brand and become iconic in your industry for who you are, these people become loyal ambassadors of you. You start seeing them when you launch a new product or service, they're ready to buy from you, right? They're in your community, they're sticking with you, they love your journey because they're able to see themselves within you. And that is going to grow your business brand sales a heck of a lot faster than you trying to put a product out on the market that everybody wants. So you no longer be a product based business where you're trying to put products out there and you're trying to find the people that need it. When you build a personal brand, you become a consumer based business. Oh, y'all about to boss up right now tonight, right? Time to boss your brand up, sis. You become a consumer based business, right? So you're putting things out that your consumers want. The biggest hustle backwards type of mentality that we can ever have is putting something out that we want and then thinking that the people are going to buy it. The greatest way that you're going to scale is give the people what they need. I had a coach one time and she would say, sometimes people didn't know that they really needed the medicine. They really preferred the sugar, right? Like I'm telling you, like, hey, you want to increase your sales, right? Yeah, you want to increase your sales, but you don't understand that it's not the strategy I can give you, but it's really the unleashing of the woman that's going to position you out in the market to be able to grow your sales. So I'd rather give you the sugar and say, hey, sis, let's grow your sales. And I get behind the scenes and I'm going to give you all the things that you need to do to grow your business. So becoming iconic in your industry is no longer an option for you to be able to grow and to reach the maximum amount of success that you really want to reach in your business. And here's the thing. Success leave clues. So if all these other millionaires, you see them shuffling like no other right now post COVID because the market is shifting, right? People was extremely burned during COVID. The way that they're buying, the psychology of the buyer right now is shifting. So you see all these people getting hella intentional about their personal brand. And to build a brand, it takes time. So many people got caught into just selling a thing, becoming millionaires during COVID, be just selling a thing. And now they don't know what to do because that thing is no longer selling like it was selling. And they have no relationship or no community with people to continue to get the people to buy from them. It's a huge thing. But the people who are sustaining right now and the people who are growing right now are those people who built community, understood what it was like to build real relationships with people. Those are the people who you see sustaining, that are still closing deals. Yeah, money has slowed down. The psychology of our buyers has shifted. People are much more conscientious of the things that they're buying, when they're buying, and how they're buying, right? So you really have to be able to articulate that in such a way. But your community and your relationship that you're building is important. And the way that you build that, hey, Miss Erica, what's up? The way that you build that is by showing up and being yourself. We want to look for all the answers outside of ourselves as women. And my big thing is disrupting that space. And this is why my language has always been disrupting the mediocrity for women and helping women build personal brands and leverage everything about them to be able to grow their business brands. My language haven't changed. I haven't shifted. I haven't pivoted in the market about the things that I talk about. When I started coaching with helping women build their brand because I understood years ago of what it was like for personal branding and how personal branding gets you in doors of opportunity that no product would ever be able to get you into. I'm just going to be real with you, right? I went from being the underpaid nurse amongst all my competitors around me or all my colleagues around me because I didn't have a voice to scaling myself to eventually leaving the bedside, right? If I didn't know what my brand was about, if I didn't know what value I brought to the market, then I would have continued to stay and settle. The reason why we accept what we accept in our businesses, the reason why we accept what we accept in our corporate leadership or our corporate jobs is because we haven't really got clear about the brand of us. And really, personal branding is just really being really intentional about how you position yourself in the market. Whether or not you are choosing to leverage your personal brand now, you have one. The thing that people say about you when you leave the room, the way that you show up, whether you're always late, y'all know I'm always a few minutes late. That's the brand of Starshima. I'm gonna be a few minutes late all the time. That's just me. And I'm okay with that. I try my best to be better. I actually had a conversation with my children that I'm going to choose to be better. I'm going to get up extra early. I get up at 5:30. I don't get them up until 6:30, but I'm going to get up extra early in the morning because I want to show them the value of being punctual. Because the brand of me, I'm always a little bit late. If you ever seen me punch that time clock, I was always a little bit late. And I'm okay with that. That was the thing that was about me. But when I got up and I showed up, y'all. Like I did a thing. I showed up and I gave my very best. But that's the brand of me. That's probably what my supervisors would say about me behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Those are the things that they would say. But also, now what do I intentionally, when I intentionally show up in the room, like what are the things that they say about me now? And the big thing is really, if you're really ready to boss your brand up, sis, if you're really ready to see your business brand grow, if you're service-based entrepreneurs and you want to see your services start kicking off, it's really time to start building connection and community, increasing your visibility, and definitely being authentic with it. Personal branding is not like some type of persona that you want to put out when you show up in the world. It's about living every bit of who you are. I just went live in on my coaching call on Monday with a community of women that I'm helping them build their brand right now, and was talking about that authenticity of being able to show up who you are. Someday I may show up with a wig on. Y'all may have seen me this morning. I was working out. I had no wig on. Put my cap on. It's who I am. This is every bit of who I am, and why should I apologize for it? Right? So why should you apologize for who you are and your magic? When you begin to live really true to yourself and show up as your authentic self and not what you think other people you should show up as. That was a big thing for me. Like how should I be? Like as a black woman in corporate America, how should I show up? What are the things I should say? And if I don't say it the right way, how would they interpret me? Right? Like all these things I would entertain. But why did I think about all these things? Is things that society had conditioned me to think that I had to think about. But why wouldn't the people who were in my circle, who felt me, who vibe with me, appreciated me for who I am? Whether I have a list, whether I'm grammatically incorrect, why couldn't I just be me? And why do we as women always look outside of ourselves for the answers of the things that's going to be a game changer? Like you are your next vehicle to get you to that next space that you want to go. Like you are it. And leveraging every bit of you is what is going to get you there. And so I want to have real conversations like that. I'm tired of people selling me strategies. I've invested tons of money in coaching. I'll always be a supportive woman out in the coaching industry. But I think where the conversation that needs to be had for us as women is talking about the things that stop us from living true to ourselves and trying to hide behind business brands, right? Instead of just coming to the forefront and being the mover, the shaker, the vehicle that's going to push the product or the service by connecting and building those true relationships. And we entertain things like sometimes we as women, we don't use our voice as we should. This week's podcast that's coming out this Friday is called Speak Up, Sis. They really want to hear what you say, what you have to say. Own your voice and own your story. And in that episode, I talk about, it's inarguable that we as women, our voices have been shunted in corporate America, in the world, even around the intimacy of our own healthcare. You look at women's health and how it's so understudied and undervalued, right? Although we come and we go tell the doctor these different things that we're experiencing, but they don't listen to us. So our voices have been shunted for a number of reasons, which, has shaped some of the things that we have to unpack and work through as women to really become the forefront of our brands, right? To really grow us and reach the maximum capacity. And a lot of that challenges every bit of the woman that you've always been. And it's tough, right? It's hard because it's so easy to stay comfortable with the things that we've always done. And it's hard to challenge that woman that we've been for so long and asking her to change. It gets really, really uncomfortable, but it's so necessary for your next level. So if you want to really truly like boss your brand up and really grow and scale, it is time for you to get really, really serious and hyper focused around the brand of you. Understanding, what are you here for? What impact are you here to make? What are the things that matter to you? What are the things that you value, right? What is your unique identity? And let's stop living the identity of other people, you know and what supports the fact that we often live identity of other people is when we get into this like shiny object type syndrome where we're trying to chase the things of other people instead of stopping, pausing, and leveraging what's for us. There's been many a times that I've said yes to things where I probably should have said no. But now I'm learning that when things don't align with the woman that I am, when things don't align and support my values, no matter how much money they bring to the table, I'm no longer compromising on that. And my no's are my no's. And the only way that I can let my no be my no is understanding me and being true to who I am. And with that is when we begin to build authentic connection with other women. We begin to build a tribe, if that's what you want to call it, or an army of other women or a community of women that get us, that understand us. I used to want to be so liked by people. I wanted everybody to like me. But I understand in leadership and building your brand, you're leading. You're having a certain perception, a certain disposition on a matter that you're not going to be liked by everybody. Everybody don't like every one of our politicians and the things that they have to say, right? Sorry, I'm getting a call coming through. Nobody likes every one of them. So why do we feel like as women that we always have to be liked? We have to drop that as well. But we feel like that when we are not truly connected to the woman who we are and the things that we stand for and what we represent and the impact that we truly, truly want to make on the world. So the way to really boss your brand up, sis, is really, really getting super clear about the things that matter to you. And again, in this series, I'm going to be taking through a series of conversations, of real heart to heart conversations that help us grow as women. I teach, if you all don't know, I teach future nurses. And I can teach these nurses all about the textbook. I can teach these nurses line by line. I can go into my ebook and I can tell you all about the secret sauce of your personal branding game plan, right? I can teach you all these things. I live and I breathe this thing, right? But then there's some things that's kind of in between the lines that really is going to get you to your next level that this ain't gonna tell you, right? That's that personal inner work and getting really, really, really secure within yourself. And what I'm seeing right now in the coaching streets, and these women that I'm coaching right now, they're getting really, really clear about who they are and what their purpose is. And they're leveraging everything that they know to be able to go out and create and drive impact in the world. That is magical. They're aligned with the work that they should do. I see their business brands growing just by them showing up and building authentic connection with people. So again, y'all know I get really passionate about this stuff. I can go all night. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I can go all night. But these are the things that I want to talk to women about. These are things that are important to us to help us grow and scale and to really meet our maximum capacity. Let's do away with these numbers that say, oh, women in business average income is $50,000 per year. Well, how can we drive it to our first six figures? How can we leverage every bit of who we are in our own magic to be iconic in our industries and drive our business brands and make all the money that we desire to make? Perhaps it may be 50K for you. Perhaps it may be 100K. Perhaps it's a million. But what is capping you from being able to do that? I don't care what product you have out on the market. The number one way to eliminate competition is by being you. There's tons of products. There's nothing new under the sun, but there's no one that can do things like you can. There's no one that can connect with a person the way that you can, right? There's the person that you need to impact in the world. I don't care if you and I offer the same services. You build brands, I build brands. But who's for me is for me, and who's for you is for you. And the way that we create that divide, we narrow that divide is by being us. See, I'm going to connect to women in a way that you're not, and you're going to connect to women in a way that I'm not. That's how we narrow the divide. That's what make your product a great product for your audience. That's what makes my product a great product for my audience. So understand that. And the big thing is, I wish I can give every young entrepreneur who's just now starting their journey so they don't have to go and to do the things that we've done and made mistakes and lost money and got frustrated right along the way, helping them right in the beginning, narrow that divide and helping them build their brand. One thing about personal brands, though, I see so many talks out in the streets about it as if it's just a thing that you can do. Again, it challenges the woman that you are at your core, and it takes time to be able to build it. And the thing is, those dreams and those goals and those aspirations that you have, is it worth you getting really, really clear to yourself about who you are and what you stand in the market for? And when you pass on, are they going to say the things about you that you were intending for them to say? Are you living that life with intentionality and driving that impact? The way to boss your brand up, sis, is get really, really clear about who you are and to do those things to help you narrow the divide amongst the competition. So drop one in the chat box if you want to, or if you're ready to eliminate the competition, if you really are ready to get clear about the woman that you are and know where your impact is, know where your purpose is. Let me know. Drop one in the chat box. I know there's a little bit of delay, but I see some of y'all on here. I see y'all on Instagram. I see y'all on Facebook. I'm live on my YouTube channel as well. Miss Karen said, yes. I love it. I love it. Narrowing the divide, right? Eliminating the competition, no longer operating in this thing of scarcity, right? And knowing that when I show up in the world, that nobody can drive the impact like I can. That makes you show up a heck of a lot more powerful in your spaces. That's when you become iconic. That's when they think about the thing that you do. Your name is the first name that comes up. I love when people send me an email and say, I never ever encountered them, and somebody referred them to me, whether it's for a speaking engagement or anything like that. I was like, hey, right, this means that I'm doing the things that I should do. Maybe I don't always get the likes or I don't always get the engagements, but people are always paying attention. So be intentional about the brand of you. If you already have a brand, why not be intentional about it? Why not be purposeful about it? And why not leverage yourself to be able to create that freedom and that life that you truly want. It's not outside of you. Your dream is yours. You don't have to live anybody else's dream. It's time for you to boss your brand up, sis, and go after everything that you truly desire because you deserve it. Right. And I want to go on this journey with you. I want to see you. I want to watch you. I want to watch you unfold. I want to watch you journey because we're all on our journeys. We may be at different paths, but we're all on our journeys. Every level we go to, there's things that we have to unfold and unpack to help us to get to where we want to be. So I hope that you mark your calendars down for Wednesdays at 7:30. It's going to be an 8-week series. I am committing to that. I am committing to showing up for you. I'm bringing it back by popular demand. I did this probably about a year and a half ago. And I ran it majority on IG, but now my channels have expanded, so it would go across other channels. The replay will always be up on my YouTube channel if you want to go and watch the replay. But these are the things and the conversations that we're going to talk about. If it's something in particular that you want to hear about, let me know. Right? Let me know what that question is. I'll be able to address that question to be able to help you. Get yourself in the spaces in the rooms, ask the questions, leverage the opportunities so that you can really boss yourself up in this season and be able to live true to who you are. If it's money making, impact making, whatever it is, the dream is yours. Go out and get it. All right, so welcome to Boss Your Brand Up, sis. I hope to see you every single Wednesday here at 7:30, where we have real conversations that's going to help us grow, position ourselves in the market in the category of one by being in our own lane. Until next Wednesday, have an amazing, amazing evening, and we'll stay connected. Take care.